parents in Brooklyn. I'm moving around a lot, but I think I found my home now. I'm going to stick with them in Park Slope. And I've been almost a year. I really love it. It's a great community. And I just want to get to know people in my community a little bit better. There's a lot of independent business owners and restaurants and shops. They have block parties, a real community environment. But I'm sort of still an outsider. It's a new segment I'm trying. It's called Better Know a Neighbor. I figure what better way to know your neighbors than to drag them to Manhattan on stage in front of strangers. So this guy, he lived down the street. He's an artist and a painter. I've seen him. I would come back late from work, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and he'd be there up all night painting and doing his thing. And I finally, after months, I said, hey, how's it going? I'm Scott. I introduced myself. He's a really nice guy, and he's a really cool artist. So let's get to know him a little bit. Jonathan Blum, my neighbor. Yeah, that was pretty rough. Do you have any apologies this year? You're on the drive, right?
A lot. In a way, well,
maybe we should get into it.
Okay.
Well, thanks for coming to schlepping to Manhattan. I know you're right there. You're 5 doors down from there.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is kind of early for you a little bit. 10 o'clock at night.
It's like I just had breakfast. And
Yeah. Explain your schedule. You really, every night I come back late night, you're up all night working, chatting with people. You have a whole nocturnal life.
Right. So I have 2 kids, a wife, and she basically, how it starts is I pick up the kids after school. I'm with them. Then we have dinner. Then like good night, and then I'm off to paint till about 3 or 4 or 5, 6 in the morning, and then I sleep late. I'm never involved in the morning, and then. Yeah, and that's what happens, and I wake up around 12, kind of do some stuff, and pick up the kids, and that's how it starts. So
wow.
my day starts
It's pretty wild, man.
Yeah,
How long have you been doing
It's a
that?
good schedule, actually. It's a good schedule. It works out. I mean, the problem is we're a little bit like my wife's got the kids, I'm off, and I got the kids, but so it's like a little bit of that.
Yeah.
It's
tough having kids. Being a painter.
But the night thing is good,
Yeah.
And then also, I sell in Manhattan on the weekends. Like I used to sell in Union Square, and then all the artists got kicked out of Union Square. Just a couple. Do you remember the days when there was all the artists?
Yeah.
That's not happening anymore. They regulated to like 6 on Saturday. Yeah, it's not the same. So they killed the city. It was sad.
Occupy took over.
Yeah, and then so a lot of artists have moved to the meatpacking district. So every once in a while, I go to the like in front of the Spice Market, like 9th and 13th Street. It pays for me to close my shop in Park Slope, and then schlep my work to.
Well, because you're not. Well, I mean, not for nothing. You're not around during the day to have your shop open. Most people aren't shopping for art anymore.
I've had some great sales in the middle. I've had some great sales.
Did you get some cool stories? Yeah. Well, let's show. We have a picture of your storefront here, right on 5th Avenue. This studio is opened by appointment and by luck.
There's no Photoshop there.
No. So this is like, it's pretty rare to have a storefront, by the way, as an artist in there. So
yeah, I mean, that's like, I would recommend it if you're an artist and you want, I got a good rent, so that helps, what I mean? But it's like, it's good, yeah.
Yeah, just, any artist, just get a storefront in New York City. That's good advice.
I mean, then, what happens is they, in a way, people like to buy right from the artist. That's something.
Yeah.
And what happens is, though, like, galleries won't touch me now because they don't want, I sell out my work. And if you join a gallery, you can't actually be, you can't sell your own work. You would have to go, so every sale I would have to make it through the gallery. So it's like kind of like, then it'd be twice as expensive, and it just, I would be dealing with a whole different crowd.
I'm so ignorant of the whole art scene, how the whole works. Galleries.
It's kind of not a great scene.
Gagosian, who's that? That's something, right? I see that in New York Magazine a lot.
He's a museum now. He has museum shows now.
I don't get it. I don't get art even. What the hell?
Scott's walls are pretty bare. It's pretty bare in his apartment there.
I take a lot of commissions. I do a lot of, portraits. Yeah.
Can we show some of John's work? So this is like
that's a shop. That the chocolate room.
The chocolate room.
So they're known for this chocolate cake that Oprah Winfrey actually.
Yeah, I've had that cake.
Yeah, it's really
delicious.
That's the cake. So that's a dog, and that's the cake. So.
Explain, because you're a big thing. You've got kind of 2 trademarks in your art.
So all right. So one thing, when I graduated art school as a portrait painter, and I moved to New Orleans. And then when I was in New Orleans, one of the first commissions I ever got was a family commissioned me to do their family portrait, but with their favorite fruit on their heads. And I was like, come on. And I was trying to talk them out of it. I thought it was silly. Come on, it's like, and they really wanted it. They insisted, it was like, bring that. And so I did it, and then after I did it, I liked it, and I'm still doing it 25 years later. It became a thing, and it's also good because it reflects. Sometimes it reflects the personality. Sometimes it's a crown. Sometimes it's a parody. Sometimes it's actually kind of meaningful. It's a meaningful thing. Sometimes it's like, but I do. So, and if you ask me to do it without, I'm like, why without?
Right. Now it's good without.
This guy commissioned me to do it for a surprise for his wife, the 25th anniversary, and then all the kids. There's 3 kids, and the older one wanted an iPhone, and the younger one wanted a basketball, and the middle one wanted a violin, so it's funny.
That's it. Chocolate cake to iPhones.
Right, I know.
Where are we going as a society? What's really important? Chocolate cake.
No, bagels.
So the fruit on the head is one thing. You also have another trademark, rabbis.
Yeah, I paint
You're the
fictitious
so-called
rabbis.
Rabbi Painter. Let's see a rabbi.
That's a rabbi with a gun machine.
Why not?
The peace offering. So the rabbis is another. That's right. And the rabbis are actually my best seller. I sell. That's by far my best seller. And they walk the fine line between being respectful and playful. So I sell to Orthodox.
Yeah.
No, Lubavitch guys.
Yeah.
And then I sell to people who've never heard of a rabbi.
Yeah.
A lot of mostly that actually.
I walk that fine line too.
Yeah, that's right. You do that.
Playful.
Yeah, but you're right.
I kind of dip over it too much.
That's a good line to be on.
Yeah. We've got a couple more, just some of your work here. This is ostriches.
Oh yeah.
They do animals with their fruit on their heads. How did you find out the ostrich's favorite fruit? How'd you get that out?
They commissioned that.
They commissioned that on there. And I think we've got another one here. This is the mural? Yeah, this is a mural that you did.
Right across from the new Brooklyn, Barclays?
Barclays Center?
Yeah, it's right across. Well, this one is a whole story because this woman's a nut. No, she really is. She has a brownstone literally across from the stadium, and she literally had artists, and she paid no one, but she literally had the whole house, from the closets, the whole house painted by artists, inside and out, and it's crazy. It's actually was
How did
crazy.
you not pay anybody?
Yeah, because people want to do it. I mean, I got the best thing because I got the front. I don't think I'll have done the side, but she's gonna have a big opening by the way in a couple weeks.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've got a wall in my bedroom I could use a little.
You can do that. You can.
You want to put a goat on my wall? I love that. I love that. So Johnny, I think you're one of the coolest guys and one of the nicest guys, and you're right there. And it's been a pleasure getting to know you. We've talked a little bit since I introduced myself.
Yeah, man.
But you've got so many cool stories about the neighborhood. You've been there for a long time, and we'll continue to get to know each other, I think.
All right, man. That's good.
And Jonathan, where can we find your work? Jonathan Blum Portraits?
So yeah, Jonathan Blum Portraits. But also, I have a shop right next to.
Yeah.
You visit us.
285 Fifth Avenue. Come.
Yeah, 285 Park Slope. So if you want.
Well, John, it's been a pleasure. The Rabbi Painter. John